I've been selling on Amazon for the last 3 years and currently generate around $40,000 every single month. And in this video, I'll be sharing the 6 things I wish I knew when I was getting started. And make sure you watch till the end because I'm going to talk about how you can increase your sales by using effective ad campaigns, especially sponsored products campaigns, even if you do Amazon wholesale. Like last year, I was able to triple my sales for a product just because of optimizing ads ahead of sales events. And the way I did that was simply by running ad campaigns few weeks prior to Prime Day. So by the time Prime Day came, I was able to optimize ads to make the most out of it. Now I'm going to discuss more about this later in the video, so let's get started with the first thing I wish I knew before starting Amazon FBA. Number 1, not knowing the difference between private label and wholesale. Back when I started my Amazon journey, end of 2020, I decided to buy my first product, which was a face mask case from China, around 200 units. I shipped it to the UK, sent it to Amazon, and in my first day, I made like £200 in sales. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be the next millionaire in my family. Oh, well, the first millionaire in my family, because I come from a middle class family. No one is an entrepreneur in my family. But anyway, so I sent it off to Amazon, made £200. And I still remember I was at work and I opened my phone and I got an email from Amazon saying, you've been reported by the seller. And I'm like, wait, what? How? Why did the seller report me? And then that's when I learned that the listing I was on was created by a seller who owned the brand of that listing. So that listing was a branded listing, meaning you could sell on that listing, but that seller has control over who can sell on that listing and not. So that's when I first realized that on Amazon, most listings are private label listings, meaning they're created by an individual like me to sell their own products. Whereas some listings are like these monster, if you go on Amazon, right, this monster drink, they have been created by the companies to just sell on those listings, and they allow you to jump on these listings and start selling the product as well, but not all listings. So that's when I first realized that you need to know the difference between private label and wholesale. And a rule of thumb which I can give you guys to follow from now onwards whenever you are looking for products is that if a listing has less than 3 sellers, then it's a private label listing. If a listing has more than 3 different sellers, then it's a wholesale listing, meaning a listing which has been created by a business for them to be able to sell that product or allow other people to sell their products. Moving on to the second thing, the importance of product analysis. I still remember I bought my second product, which was after my first product, by just having a look on a product research software, and I just looked at it. I'm like, oh, this product is selling this many times, I can buy it for this much from here, I'm making a profit. I decided to order it, shipped it off to Amazon. 7 days went by, made 0 sales. 2 weeks went by, made 0 sales. 1 month went by, made 0 sales. And I had to recall that inventory because if I kept it at Amazon, I would have paid storage fees. So I called it back and I basically had unsold inventory and I had like 3 or 4 boxes of that product. So that's when I realized that if you don't know how to do your product analysis properly, then the chances of your inventory not being sold is really high. And so I'll give you right now a rule of thumb, or not rule of thumb, but three simple checks you can do to make sure the product sells. Number 1 is make sure the product has less than 100,000 bestseller rank, BSR. If you just scroll down on a product listing, you will see under product information, additional information, you will see that there is a bestseller rank. Make sure it's under 100,000 because the less the BSR, the more the product sells. The second thing you want to check is that it has recent reviews, or if you just scroll down to the review section of that product, and then there is a toggle at the top which allows you to switch to most recent reviews, and you'll be able to see reviews that have been left recently. If there is a recent reviews in the last 90 days or 100 days, chances are the product has been selling. And now there is an additional thing which you can check, which is a third check as well, is Amazon has recently released that on products that sell, it tells you how many is sold in the past month. So you might say 50 plus sold in the last month, 100 plus sold in the last month. So that gives you an indication whether that product is selling well or not. So make sure you just don't rely on softwares to do your product analysis and instead know how to do it manually as well, because trust me, it will help you a lot. The third thing is understanding Amazon FBA fees. Now, Amazon has so many different type of fees that they charge. So it's crucial for you to know all the or at least the main fees that are charged on the product, so then you don't make a loss. Because trust me when I say this, including myself, when I first started selling on Amazon, I was actually making a loss, but in my head, from what I calculated, I thought I was making a profit. Most people start selling on Amazon, they don't know that there is FBA fees, they don't know that there is referral fees, they don't know there is storage fees, they don't know that sometimes there is VAT that they charge on top as well. So if you're in the UK, if you don't let Amazon know that you're VAT exempt, they will charge you that and all these things. So it's important for you to know these things, and if you don't, you're most likely selling at a price which could be not profitable for you. Now, if you want me to create an in-depth video going through each Amazon fees or the main Amazon FBA fees, then let me know in the comments and I'll do that. The fourth thing is not taking advantage of Amazon ads to boost sales. Now, some of you who might have some knowledge about Amazon wholesale would be thinking, but Jazz, I swear you don't spend any money in ads if you do wholesale. Well, that is true. You don't need to spend money in ads if you do wholesale. However, if you do want to boost your sales, then I highly recommend you utilizing one type of campaign, and that is just a simple sponsored products campaign. Now, sponsored products are cost per click ads, so you only pay Amazon when you get a click on your ad. Now, with wholesale products, your ads can become profitable a lot more easily compared to private label, because with wholesale listings, people already know the products, the brand itself. So when you get a click on that brand, the chances of them buying it is a lot more higher as well, which means your ads will be a lot more profitable compared to private label products if you're just building your own brand on Amazon, which means the money you spend in these ads will get you a positive ROI. If you're wondering how much money you need to spend in these ads, you can actually choose how much money you want to spend. So you can set a daily budget of $5, $10, $15 or pounds, and then if you reach that amount within 24 hours or before 24 hours, you will be not spending any more money in those ads. And again, because Amazon ads are cost per click, you will only run out of your budget if you're getting clicks, and if you're getting clicks, then you could be converting them into sales as well. So it's a win-win situation. You get a click, then only you pay Amazon, and if you get a click, there is a chance of you getting a sale. As I mentioned at the start of the video, Amazon's Prime Day is around the corner, and if you want to maximize your sales on that day, then what you want to do essentially is start running ads from now, so you can get data on which keywords you can rank for and which keywords you're getting sales for. So by the time Prime Day is near, you know which keywords you're ranking for and are converting the most, so you can spend more of your budget on those specific keywords. So the more data you have, the more targeted your ads can be and convert better. Now, if you want to learn how to get started with Amazon ads, I will leave a link in the description. It will be the first link. You can just click on that to learn more. The fifth thing is not managing your inventory properly. Now, this also relates to big shopping events like Prime Day coming up, because on these type of events, your inventory is actually going to get sold more compared to other days, because there's more people shopping on Amazon, which means there's a higher chance of you getting more sales. And so at the start of my journey, I usually ended up running out of stock majority of the times because I had not forecasted or I had not pre-ordered enough stock thinking about what's coming ahead, and I did not prep myself. I've done this mistake even in Q4, because in Q4, which is the October, November, December, the last 3 months of the year, sales usually go up on Amazon. And in my first and second one, I did not anticipate the amount of sales I would be getting, so I had not prepped enough, and so I ran out of stock. And when you run out of stock, you lose a lot of sales, and those sales is basically the amount of money that you could have made, but because you did not manage your inventory properly, because you did not make a prediction on how much it could potentially sell, because you did not do your analysis or check previous years data on how many times it sold and made your order based on that, you will lose out on sales. So I highly recommend you use either an inventory management software or Excel sheets to actually know how much stock you have here in your warehouse if you're holding anything, or at your home, and how much stock you have at Amazon. And now Amazon itself, inside Amazon Seller Central, it allows you to manage your inventory and see how many days worth of products you have and how much products you should be ordering in order for you to have enough stock for the coming few days. And the last and final thing I wish I knew when I got started was building strong relationships with your suppliers, especially in wholesale Amazon or even private label. If you don't have a good bond with your supplier, or if your supplier does not have a good relationship with you, you're not going to get the best price for your product. And if there is a time where that product is not coming in stock enough times and you don't have a good relationship with your supplier, the chances of them calling you to give you that stock or even give you that stock in the first place is really low. And so building a strong relationship with your supplier makes it more reliable to work with them. And you can also get probably better discounts. They will also recommend you some products which are selling well, or they have been getting a high amount of orders for that product because they are selling well, and they will help you out as well because it's a win-win situation. And the way I have learned to build relationships with them is by regularly calling them up and just checking up with them on how things are going in terms of when the stock for that specific product which I'm ordering from, when is it going to be coming in stock, or just checking up on them every week to make sure if there's any new deals, any new products that have come in stock that we could be potentially interested in. And sometimes we know we can get a better deal elsewhere, but because we've been working with one supplier for such a while, we tend to go with that supplier because, again, the longer we can work with them, the better our relationship would be and the more discounts we could potentially get in the near future. So these were the 6 things I wish I knew when I got started selling on Amazon. And once again, if you want to learn how to get started with Amazon ads, I'll leave the link in the description. And in the meantime, go check out this video right here if you want to start your Amazon journey. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and peace.